Last week, the adventurers delved into a very dark and dire crypt. Within they found many undead with which they did battle with, and where last we left them off, they stood before a black set of steps down into the dark, deep, murky deep, and behind them stood an open sarcophagus by which a shambled form in disheveled armor was laying rest. It's up to you what you do from here.
What size is the armor? Can we tell from the sarcophagus and the person inside?
Well, it looks like a big person.
Like Kukin size, Eldrin size?
Well, it looks a
What
little
size?
disheveled. I mean, it looks like it's medium sized, but it was on somebody large at one point. You can tell it might fit you,
And I
Well,
used
I
detect magic last time, so
right?
it's not coming up as magical, correct?
Correct.
assuming you can trust Reverend Bob with those things. You know, he is diabolical.
There is that. I'm going to check the sarcophagus for just mechanical traps.
Mm,
Shouldn't
roll a
you have
perception.
Sneaky do that? Sneaky is the expert.
Sneaky's got some issues right now.
Oh, what is Sneaky?
The elf and the hobbit, when you turn to look for them, aren't there.
Ooh, ooh. Where did they go?
Oh, Sneaky, where did you go?
Must have wanted. Maybe they went down the other tunnel.
We'll find them when we can. There's no telling.
Archimedes is going to crack open the door again, and the door where the spikes came up.
That's
He's
the
going to
one that
see if,
goes down.
okay, can he see from his vision? What does he see past the spikes for his 120 feet of vision?
Is it regular vision or dark vision?
It's dark vision. Dark vision up to 120 feet.
You can see that the set of steps opens up into some sort of room down below. It looks open down towards the bottom.
Hmm. Let's see. Kukin was one.
Did I find any traps in the sarcophagus to worry about?
No.
Well, then,
Did you touch the armor at all?
I'm carefully looking for traps. I'm not touching anything at the moment.
Why can't I move Kukin right now?
Shadow, Kukin is stuck.
Yeah, let's see.
The dwarf's going to head over by the door over here and peek through it just to make sure it's coming.
Can you try that again, please? Kukin?
Still can't move him. I see the game's paused. Is that why?
Oh, can you refresh?
Want me to go back into Foundry again?
Just refresh your browser.
Okay. Refreshing. Oh, now I can.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ark. There was a set of double doors down at the bottom. Or singular door, rather. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Kukin is standing by the sarcophagus in case anything happens.
Okay.
Something about this armor just doesn't feel right to me. Do you sense anything about it, Kukin, with your holy powers?
Kukin's going to use his ability to sense evil or good.
To sense what?
Hold on, I gotta get the exact name for it. It's to sense evil or good. I forget what it's called. I'm totally palling it up right now. Divine sense.
You look at the suit of armor as it's laying down there, and you concentrate just a little bit, and you feel a strong sense of something dark, almost primordial, but it's not coming from in front of you. It's coming from behind you, towards the bottom of the steps. It almost seems like an infuriating rage.
Friend, there's nothing evil about the armor, but something behind us is very, very angry.
Well, we're going to be coming back here on the way out. We best just deal with whatever's at the bottom of those stairs.
But what about Sneaky and the other one?
Maybe they went ahead when we weren't paying attention when we were looking at the armor.
Into the room, just at the top of the stairs.
Or they might have gone away, gone back after the ghoul attacked us all. We don't know. We'll find them later.
I wish
If
Sneaky
they-
would not have laughed. I would have loved her and squeezed her and called her George if she would have stayed.
Well, they either went back where they're safe, or they went ahead where they're not safe. So let's go ahead in case.
Very well.
I'm going to check for traps along this staircase.
All right.
Because I remember last
Are
week
you-
he set off some spikes.
Are you sure you're good at this as Sneaky is?
I'm all you got at this point.
Sneaky, where are you?
I'm going to. How tall? How high is the ceiling in this stairwell?
About 8, maybe 10 feet max.
All right, I'm going to try to hover a bit and try to go down to the bottom of the stairs. I'm not going through the door, just to the bottom of the stairs, just float, trying to fly a little bit, just keeping off the ground.
Make a dexterity save.
Make a dexterity save. Okay.
Oh, we make Kukin go down first. He good at detecting traps.
Whoops. Oh, sorry.
What's that? His mic is breaking up really hard.
Yeah,
Oh, let me check something.
it got better at the end.
Let me see. As I said, my dex was a 9.
Okay. You attempt to go up in the air, and you kind of hit your head against the ceiling.
Where
Take
did
one
you
point-
say? Oh, sorry.
Take
go
1
ahead.
point of damage as your head bounces off of the ceiling.
Where'd you say this evil presence Kukenfeld was?
To the north.
Okay.
I'm going to use spider climb and just stay on the ceiling as we go toward the door. I'm going to the bottom of the stairs on the ceiling.
Okay.
I told you, you're not as good as sneaky. Now you just climb like scary person?
I can be scary if I need to.
Rickard, you've stepped on the edge of where the spikes were last week, and they had retracted, so they leap out of the stairs at you again. Need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, that's me, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. That's what, D20?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's on private.
Oh, okay. Hang on. There we go.
Okay, you're able to step back at the last minute, and you only suffer minor damage from it.
Kukan has to roll too.
Oh, I thought he was spider climbing.
No, that's me.
Eldrin.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Oh, yes. Yeah, Kugan, can you make me give me a save, please?
Sure.
Do you want to just roll a saving throw of dexterity?
Okay. How do I roll saving throws on this thing?
You can use Argon and use the list on the left to open that up, or you can open up your character sheet and click on the saving throw.
Okay.
The saving throw. But yeah, you can only dodge in combat.
Understood.
So, yep. So you unfortunately you take 2 points of damage as well.
Archimedes kind of opens the door just a little bit and looks in to see what is in the next room. He doesn't go in; he just cracks it open and looks in.
Okay, let me. I'm gonna move you guys to a new level here. Okay, so this is what you see. You've moved down the stairs a bit to the end, and ahead of you are the double doors.
Does a Kukin still have white on his sword?
Yeah. How did I take?
What did you ask?
Does a Kukin still have white on his sword?
Yeah.
Because I don't see anything.
Said, let there be light.
Yeah. I'm still on the ceiling, by the way.
Now, let me get back over here. Now leads in to the room. What do we see when we enter into this room?
You just see it's a large circular empty room. It has the same type of tiling and stonework as the rest of this crypt. You see 3 doors, one to the north and one to the west and the east.
Beware, friends. Kukin senses great darkness to the north.
Well, that seems to be the direction we need to go in then. If we are to end this.
Check for traps better this time. I stepped on spikes again.
Archimedes
I
opens,
agree.
cracks the door. Cracks the
You
door
wanna,
again to the north. What do I see? Just see a hallway in that sarcophagus right there.
You're looking in through. Did you open that door?
I cracked it open enough to look down it. Yes.
Redguard's got his back to the wall, keeping an eye on them and the rest of the room, just in case something comes out of one of the other doors.
You can see a figure behind what could be a sarcophagus, and it could be an altar dedicated to some evil god. And behind that, you see a form in flowing black robes with his cowl pulled down, and you can see only the lower part of his face. And he points at you, and he says, "Interlopers! How dare you violate this sanctuary?"
Archimedes goes and begins to puff up like with him being nervous. Shuts the door. Goes, I don't think we want to go into that room.
At this point, I don't think we have choice. We probably need to deal with whatever that guy is.
Nope. We just leave door and we go to what about that door over here? And he begins to walk towards this door over here.
Think for a moment, if the layout is similar to the top, it will just lead around the long way to him.
Bird friend, do not be afraid. You have Kukin with you.
All right,
That
then
makes
you go
me even
first.
more scared. He just looks at him and goes, Kukin, that makes me even more scared.
No, friend. Whatever Kukin hits, Kukin destroys.
All right, then. Go hit
And
the scary man with the rope.
And Kukin kind of pushes Eldrin
Well, wait,
on
would
the
you
shoulders
even
lightly,
know that?
And he says, check for traps, secondary sticky.
Now hold on, would you know that?
I'm on the
Archimedes?
ceiling looking over your shoulder the whole time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were looking in or not. Okay.
I'm still on the ceiling.
I forgot about that.
So it's only like 10 feet tall. You can still push you in the shoulder.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Go trap for traps.
Okay, as I'm walking along the ceiling, I go through the door, looking out for traps.
Archimedes just puffs up and goes, "Ooh, not a good idea." You can tell Archimedes is very scared now.
Make a perception check.
All right. Where is my perception? There we go.
There are no traps.
14. Okay, I go along the ceiling. I'm staying on the ceiling, though.
There's
I
no
go
traps?
through the door.
Is that what you tell Kukin?
Yes.
Very
I have
well,
not seen any traps. I go through the door.
Kukin goes as far as he can go, 30 feet. If we're...
There goes cooking.
Eldrin, when you're on the ceiling, you see ducking down behind the behind this stone rope right here. You see the Necromancer, and he was kind of trying to surprise you, but he stands up when he sees you.
And bueno,
Do you
Redguard will
mind
follow him.
telling us what you're doing here, Mr. Wizard?
Do not talk! He is evil! Kukin charges.
You know we can fight after we talk, right? You don't have to fight right away. We get information.
But
Archimedes just taps him on the shoulder.
Is,
Kukin says as he's charging.
Which this is kind of weird. Archimedes is trying to tap you on the shoulder, trying to console you, but you're up on the ceiling, so he's kind of reaching up.
it's higher than my dwarf, so.
I guess we're rolling for initiative now.
Yes, you are.
okay. Alrighty, so
I'm just loving the initiative order with Kukin charging. He's still going last.
Hey, at least Archimedes isn't last this time.
I'm really surprised with my decks and stuff that Redgar isn't going last, normally.
By the
What is your
way,
dex?
who has
8.
religion?
Say again,
Yes.
sorry.
Who has religion?
It's 8. I don't have religion. I
has
got history,
religion?
but no religion.
I
let me-
do. I have a,
Give me a minute, I gotta go. do my
yeah,
stuff
I have
here.
proficiency in religion.
Go ahead
Kukin
and
might
roll
too. Let me check.
No, I don't have proficiency in religion.
Ew.
No, he doesn't.
So that'd be a 9.
Nope. You don't notice it.
Oh no.
I know it doesn't really make
Uh,
sense with Kukin charging. He goes last, but that's mechanics.
okay, so shall I move CBR? Reverend Bob?
What was that?
So should CVR attack?
Yes.
Okay. So CVR waves his hand at Kukin, testing his mettle with a simple cantrip. Stepped aside. And and he steps back. Alrighty, and smiles menacingly as if he meant to do that.
So
It's my turn now.
Mm-hmm.
I am not able to move myself now.
yeah, I think it's showing that I'm next for some reason.
Yeah, Eldritch next.
Yeah, I know, but I got that orange box
Oh,
around
here,
me for
hold on a
some
second.
reason.
There we go.
Okay.
Still on the ceiling, but it's not letting me go directly above the altar, so I'll just scoot to the side a little bit.
Yeah, here. You can. You're about like 10 feet up. So there you go. So you're right above the altar.
And let me see.
Yep.
For now, I'm just going to shoot him. At least it's not a 1.
First roll of the night, y'all. First roll of the night.
You hit this. The bullet hits the floor squarely and accurately, if that's what you were aiming at. But you failed to hit the menacing figure in front of you.
That was
He seems-
warning shot.
He seems greatly amused by this.
Okay, well, I guess that's it for me.
Okay, red guard. Red guards.
Okay. Since we're attacking, Dwarf is going to charge in to attack. And this might be too far for him, isn't it? Yeah.
Could probably dash to him, but you wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
after.
able to. So yeah, I just since I can only get to about right there, because I've only got 25 feet movement.
Yep.
So and I will stand on guard, preparing to just defending myself.
Well, if he moves towards you, then you could use your action to strike at him.
Right. That's why I said I was going to defend myself. Prepare.
Excellent. Okay. Archimedes.
Okay. Well, I'm flying. I guess I'd be at this.
10 feet?
Yeah, I'd be up 10
Okay.
feet. And then I'm going to. Well,
You're about. Yeah, we got Eldridge on the ceiling, so he's at 12 feet actually. But yeah.
Close
Let's
enough.
see. I'm trying to remember how far I can go. Let's see,
30 feet, I believe.
Okay, I don't want to go that far. So I'm going to go right about here. And I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on him.
Okay.
Okay, wait. There. Roll, please.
Eventually, if we keep going up by increments, we'll hit him at some point.
So
yeah, your Eldritch Blast slams in the floor and blows off chunks of tile, but completely fails to miss the mage. He seems
that's
even
my
more
water shot.
amused.
He goes,
Oh, hey.
Far, you've done nothing. Okay,
Well.
let's see if the Mighty Cooking can redeem the party.
No fear, evil one. No, my teammates are clumsy. Cooking is powerful. And Cooking takes a swing.
Okay.
Okay, I've selected my weapon. What do I do again?
You target him, and then are you using Argon or are you using the sheet?
I'm using. Hold on, I gotta get rid of these things.
Are you using the interface in the lower left-hand corner, or are you just opening up the character sheet? And there we go. And then you can click on the attack button in the right-hand chat if you like. Oh, okay, you got it. All right. You swing. He's a massive swing, which turns you all the way around, and the ball goes right over the head of the wizard. And you end up right back where you were, slightly dizzy.
Hold on, Kukrin, make a perception check.
But first, can I say, I'm sure the whistle of that swing made him fear.
Yes, you can tell by the sneer on his face. He seemed very intimidated.
Well, hey, he went first and did nothing, so he did the same thing we're doing.
Oh, you failed it.
It's a theme for the group.
Continue to keep on swishing.
Swing, stab, stab.
So at this point, he is going to deal with a target directly in front of him. And he do that. Okay, so should be asking for a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, but please let them know what it looks like, what he's doing.
Okay, yes, I'm sorry. So he gestures, and a jet of looks like green gas flies out into your face.
you want me to make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, it should have asked you for one. Okay, it looks like you saved. So you were able to shrug off the effects of the gas. It doesn't seem to, except for a slight itchy feeling in your throat and nose. It just doesn't seem to affect you. And the mage looks very, very disappointed by this. Says, no matter, next time I'll have you.
Your tricks do not prepare. Well, work on cooking.
Okay, I'm going to move directly above him and cast Thorn Whip on him. Oh,
I think
Kukin,
your dice.
It feels something. Look at your ear. Snap. Alrighty. Let's see if Redgar can do any better.
Do not
Okay.
tickle cooking and fight.
Can I use my second wind before trying to attack, or is that one complete action?
You can use it. You can attack, then use second wind, or you can use it whenever.
Okay, I'm going to attack and then use second wind then, so I get some of my hit points back.
Okay.
Oh, how do you target?
might be difficult with my deal.
You
right
can
above him.
you can use the bracket keys just like through tokens. So if they're on top of each other, you can target. See which So you select that square and use the bracket keys to bring the token that you want to attack to the top.
Okay. Oh, did I do that right? I don't know.
If you want, I can just move. We can just move Eldred for a moment.
Yeah.
Let's just make sure we're not targeting. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're correct there.
Okay. Inventory, great axe. Let's see. Attack.
Ooh, you hit him.
Take that.
His luck has run out. Oh, and he looks gravely wounded by a blow which strikes him hard in his chest. So he starts to gurgle a little bit in pain, and blood starts coming out of his mouth. He still smiles defiantly at you, the blood running down the crease corners. He spits, "I shall have you yet." Okay. And you take your second win, so
Yep.
Nice. And so now Archimedes.
Archimedes, woo, woo. And he flies over here and goes, "Cuckoo, your head's in the way. Move!" Nope, no, I didn't want there. I want it back here. There we go.
Okay.
And he's going to try again with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yep, you got him targeted.
You know what? I'll just do this. This seems easier. Roll. 15.
Yeah. So you it looks like Kugan ducks enough that your ray bounces. Not bounces. It goes right over his head and strikes the necromancer. And you roll for damage. 1d10.
Still learning this.
Mm-hmm.
Give me just a second here. I'm trying to remember the damage of it.
1d10.
1d10. Okay. Six.
Okay. Looks like. I'm having trouble. There we go. Okay, he's gravely wounded. he slumps forward a little bit, but then tries to bring himself back up to size. And but he's starting to look weakened from his wounds. Kukin,
Can you please move Spider Climb out of the way?
mm-hmm. Yeah, you have him targeted. Looks like he's so weak. He's actually kind of leaning away from your blow, just because he's having trouble standing, and you actually miss him and it crashes into the floor.
Does the wind knock him more?
No, but his ego is definitely roughens his ego. All right, let's see if Redgar can finish the job.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, it's the top of the round. Excuse me. Yep. Let's see. Let's see. He's basically going to look at the figure directly in front of him. Sees him as probably one of the biggest threats that he could deal with. And waves his hands, and three small glowing orbs shoot out of his fingers. It's the first one, the second one, and the third one. All right, so the three orbs hit Kukin, and Kukin, you take a grievous amount of damage, and you fall unconscious on the floor.
Can I add something?
Yes.
When Kukin falls, he doesn't like just fall down. He falls like a plank.
Yeah.
Like head first down.
Yeah, he just collapses into, just goes, falls backwards. On the floor, you strikes the floor with a mighty thud. Right,
Archimedes goes, timber!
All right.
Okay.
All right, Elder.
I'm just going to use my 5 foot to get on top of him for simplicity. I'm going to hit him with Thorn Whip again.
Okay.
I got to hit something eventually.
There
we go.
Okay. And
that pulls him 10 feet up in the air, too.
Yeah. The damage kills him immediately when you hit him.
Oh, well, that's no fun.
Yeah, so you pull up a corpse.
Oh, well. Now we can deal with Kukin.
Okay, yeah, so now you have your unconscious comrade on the floor there.
Anyone got a healing ability?
Yes, I can look at him. I cast Cure Wounds on him.
So
You're
Kukin
supposed
gets
to hit
up.
the enemy, not the floor. Remember this next time.
He props himself up on his elbows. He says, Kukin was victorious.
Aye, you sure were. Now get your ass off the floor.
Okay.
Archimedes. Oh, let me look around the room here. Archimedes heads over to the table over here, Is there anything?
Right here.
Yes.
So
Is there
Well,
anything? No.
right down
Go
on the
ahead.
floor, right about there, is a little cask. And on the table is a letter of some sort that's been rolled up and it's got a wax seal. The seal is a demonic looking skull with no jawbone. And there are 8 separate sigils circling around it.
Hmm.
So this was written and ready to be sent to whomever it was. And that's as far as it got.
I turn back.
Oh,
Cookin,
there's
can you
one more
come here?
thing.
Won't you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
On the table, beside that, is a long wand made out of complete and pure obsidian. And at the very end of it is a gargoyle with its mouth opened up and its wings pulled back. And there's also 3 bottles on the desk. And these
Okay.
bottles are made out of, well, glass, of course, but they have gold around the bottom, set with different colors of precious gems. One has rubies, another one sapphire topaz, and the last one's emerald. And
Can I? Oh, go ahead. So, sorry.
they're
didn't
all
mean to interrupt.
they all have a reddish colored drink inside.
Can I do an Arcana check on the wand and the 3 bottles?
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, the Arcana check won't tell you much. It doesn't act like identify or detect magic.
All it'll really do is give you some sort of insight into the item that maybe it would be enchanted.
Yeah. Well, I want to do. Yeah. While I'm doing this, I'm calling. I can't think. Eldrin.
Yes.
Over. I'm gonna call him over. Can
By
you
the
come
way,
over
take a
here?
chair.
Identify
All
these
right.
things. And I'm going to do an Arcana check anyway. See if I can get a premise on
The
at
wand,
least the wand.
the
At least the
wand
wand.
could be magical. It looks precious enough. Usually, items used for creating magic items are of the highest caliber.
I cast Identify on the wand.
Okay, don't you have to take a long rest to do that?
Probably at this point,
Um,
I think I have probably well.
Well, if you have a spell slot left, you can cast it, and it takes like what is it, an hour I think to identify.
I think it is in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
but you could also cast it as a ritual. Then it takes 10 minutes, I believe. But
Yes.
then you don't burn the spell slot. But you still need it, like I think, the full hour to identify the item. Let me double check that.
I think that.
While you guys are doing all this, Kukin went to sleep on the bed.
It's nice and comfortable.
His feet are probably hanging off the edge,
With-
back edge, but
with silken sheets that you're bleeding all over.
The giant black tentacles that reach out and grab you are probably just a dream. But make a saving. I'm kidding about that.
I hand the the wand over to Eldrin so he can say, when you get a chance, can you identify what this is? And
Yes,
I'll take
get
the
right
3
on it.
vials. They're
I'm
sitting on
gonna
the desk.
look.
I'm going to
through-
rifle through while they're doing that. I'm going to rifle through the necromancer's clothing and stuff, see if there's anything of any value.
You find a little bit of some things in a pouch that could possibly be spell components.
I think about. I confuse identify with attunement. No, once you cast identify, you'll be able to know within
Yeah.
a minute, basically.
Oh, okay.
I
But
think.
if you
I
can
think if
yeah. Yeah, attunement takes longer, but identify is just
Instantly.
yeah, pretty
and
much. It's just
Yeah,
the yeah.
All
and
right.
I
according to my
think
character sheet, I have a spell slot left, but we may want to save it just in
well,
case.
Yeah,
and
but I believe
I thought it,
identify is also a ritual spell, so you can take the 10 minutes to cast it as a ritual, so you don't burn the
Uh,
slot.
we'll do that when we're not in a situation like this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look while he's rifling through the pockets of the
There's.
necromancer. I'm gonna look at the chest.
Hold on one second. The necromancer has only one other thing on him, and that is a black signet ring. It's got a demonic looking skull, missing the jawbone, with 8 sigils circling around it.
Archimedes has been trying to buy as much time. He doesn't really want to do this, but the letter now, because he's afraid what he'll find out, he's going to take the letter and then try to open it.
Redgar's going to pocket the signet ring and just hold up the pouch and say, I've got some spell components here for somebody.
That's fine. Whew.
So so you open the letter.
Yes.
Okay. This is what you see when you open the letter. And maybe I should read it. As
I'll read it.
requested. Okay.
You know what? If you want to read it, go ahead.
Okay. As you have requested many times, I have searched the tombs of the Turks for the gauntlet, but they are of no avail. The paladin calls himself Tyr's Arm, has continued to elude us and be as vermin. We will find him and turn his corpse to our cause, that he may know no torments and the evil that we will wreak upon the lands. I will drink of his undying tears. I have done as you requested, also made the secondary tomb on the edge of Tesseract a serviceable location for our gatherings and preparations for that which is to come. Our agents are in place in the town. They have no suspicions at all, nor any whereabouts to our designs. I've secured this location with guards raised up in his glory. I will continue to monitor the goings on. I'm considering arranging a few accidents so that I might experiment in flesh crafting. I've yet to find any who might be a worthwhile assistant. The common folk are just too simple and meek. The Morning Lord be damned. However, I may say that all is going according to plan. I shall not rest till the Lord of the Ebon Court walks this world once more. The Prince of Ardeth shall feast, and we
Undeath.
shall of undeath. Excuse me. We shall reap that which we are owed by the one true Lord of the damned. Death be with you, Siviar.
So
Anybody-
whoever was reading the letter, did they read that out loud then, I hope?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Was that read out loud, or was that was I reading that to myself?
That's
You
up to
tell us.
I figure I probably would not read that out loud, but I would turn and go, there seems to be, this was one place they were searching, but there's a tomb, another tomb they're searching, and whatever the name of the place was, I can't remember what you said the name was.
What was the name, Bob?
Um,
Tesseract?
Tesseract, which is where you're at.
Apparently, there's a second tomb here that they're guarding.
Well, that's not ominous at all. We should probably let the town authorities know of what's in that letter.
According to the letter, you're in the secondary tomb right now.
Oh, we're in the secondary tomb.
Yes.
Okay.
That means there's a primary one somewhere.
Are you guys going to
And you
keep
just
searching
kinda
the
see
room?
him.
Yeah, I'm wanting to check the chest out, but I want to see if there's a trap on it before I actually open it.
Roll your
Investigation,
perception.
please.
Or investigation, I'm sorry.
Investigation. Ooh. That would be a 21.
There are no traps.
All right, open it up.
In this chest, basically, you just find basically it's his wardrobe, just sort of clothes and personal items. If you're looking for treasure, you might look towards this rather expensive-looking box that's on the desk, on the stand next to the desk.
Yeah, that's where I was heading next.
Yeah.
And I go to open it.
It creaks open. And
Yeah,
you
it's-
see inside as soon as you open it, and the light hits gold reflecting back at you. It's a chest full of gold coins.
Eldrin,
Yes.
there may be some pay. And at this time, he kind of just spins his head 180 back towards Eldrin and goes, maybe a payday here.
Well, that is very good. Now I'm glad the rogue isn't here.
And I shut the case and pick it up. It's what, probably about 2 hands can hold it.
I'd say so.
Red
Yeah,
bar.
so I'll,
Yep.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Check. What is that? Perception checks. Is that under what? Dex, con?
D20 plus your intelligence
Oh.
modifier.
It's perception is wisdom, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, investigation is intelligence and perception is wisdom.
To the northwest. Hold on, I'll ping it.
Okay.
Where my hand is, you see an outline in that wall. It runs. Actually, it's like a square, a giant square. From just under the top of whatever this is, where it runs horizontally, there is a symbol of a hammer with scales of justice on the top of it.
Guys, I think I found something over here. I think maybe there's a passageway here.
Yeah, you do see that. You do see that's a door.
I'm just going to go over to Cougar and give him that case. Ooh. Come on, move.
Yeah, best to let the big strong guy carry everything.
Okay.
Yeah, because my strength, I'm definitely not going to be able to carry it. And I said, it's Cougar, correct?
Kukran is who you're thinking of, I think.
Kukran, yeah. And he doesn't know him, so he's trying to pronounce his name right.
Are you talking to Kukin?
Yeah, Kukin?
Kukin, I'm sorry. We don't know each other that well.
He's sleeping.
Oh, he's sleeping, okay. Eldritch blast over his head. At the wall behind him.
Just like I used to wake the kids up at summer camp, but with a super soaker.
He's still snoring.
Undead! He yells real loud. Undead, and points in a certain direction towards the new door they discovered. The little chest thing I've got, can it be locked, or so it doesn't just spill everywhere when I'm about to do something?
It's got a outside clasp on it that clenches shut.
Okay, I clutch it shut and throw it at him.
How hard do you throw this at him?
Well, I'm not that strong, but I
right.
throw it hard enough to try to wake it. If I hit him in the stomach or something, it'll wake him up.
A large, heavy object lands on your gut, waking you up. Rudely.
Who throws things at Cookin?
You know you sleep like the dead, right?
Cookin injured. Cookin not have teddy bear.
Can you hold on to that? That
Can I-
has money.
Can I find a way to open the door?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Oh, is this Cookin share of the loot? Thank you.
What is that? Intelligence?
Not your
I believe
share.
so, yes.
Yeah, there's a list of skills next to your abilities.
Okay. I see it. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Investigation. Okay. Yep. Probably not.
There's nothing to see here.
Cookin carry the chest, goes over to kick the door down.
No, there's a secret door here, but I can't seem to open it.
So Archimedes just turns and looks at you and says, "That's gold I have found here. Can you carry it for us? It's for the whole party."
Right.
Oh, he left. Catch up over here.
So was that investigation we needed to roll to open the door?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking for like some sort of secret method to open the door.
Okay. That's what I was trying to click on it to see what I was doing. Oh, well, there you go.
Cookin rolls a 19, trying to kick the door to see if it opens.
Eldrin, you can't find anything.
Plus his strength, so that would be 19 plus 3, so that'd be 22 to kick the door.
Reverend Bob?
Does the door open?
Yeah, Reverend Bob?
Raven.
Bob?
He's
Bob?
still here.
Sorry about that. I had my mic off. I don't know why. As I was saying, or saying to myself rather, as you approach the wall and you can see the outline, and you bring up your foot to bring the boots to the door, the outline in the wall begins to glow with a gold light.
So does it open?
As you get closer still, the glow intensifies just a little bit.
He's not really doing this in slow motion. He's kind of like, hi!
All right. You roll, we'll let you roll to hit. B if that's what you want.
Yeah, Cookin's not too smart.
Archimedes hides behind the desk.
Make a Constitution save.
I have to play the character like the character. I can't play him like I would.
That door is not being opened by anyone or anything. But maybe it was just your strength. When your boot hits that door, you can feel your hip and your knee buckle against it, and the door in front of you sinks in just a little bit and pulls off to the side.
Opening?
Yes.
And Cookin carrying the chest of gold goes through the door.
And
If he
Cookin, remember that chest is everyone's. Before you start giving away to poor, we have to split it.
Hold on one moment. You can see the big round room ahead of you at the end of like a 10-foot passageway. The archway has some writing on it from left to right.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up.
Can Cookin read it?
It's written in common.
Can Cookin read it?
Yes, you all could read it.
Okay, so Cookin reads aloud. When the heart of the darkness, he looks over at the group and smiles, is torn asunder, realms apart, the world will shatter. Very bad poetry. Cookie does not like. The stars, the moon, they shine no more. A curse, a maiden, her soul to rest in peace. The heroes fight, they battle unto the darkened shores. Through the mist they go, low and evil. What is low? Cookie does not understand. Guides them. In the dark is their light, lost yet forgotten. To pierce the heart of darkness, yet to set it free. The armored gloves frown, the champions call. Chains unbound, the curse is now broken. Cookie broke the curse!
Oh, and on the altar, there's a raised dais up in the center, kind of like a pedestal, with a shimmering gauntlet, metallic gauntlet.
Okay, Cookie goes towards it.
Who has religion?
Not Cookin. I mean,
Eldrin.
he should have, but he doesn't.
Eldrin, roll religion.
Eldrin. His
Eldrin?
mic is muted.
Eldrin? Eldrin? Why do people keep disappearing?
Elgin rolls religion. Let's see. And it gets a 17.
On the gauntlet is the symbol for Tyr. It's the same symbol that's outside over top of the arch of the secret door.
I am going to use Divine Sense again.
I'm just going to pick it up. It's got the symbol of Tyr on it, so it should not do us any harm.
Hold on. Kukan, as soon as you go to sense evil on it, you sense pure good radiating off of it.
Do I sense anything in the rest of the script?
That was just, who knows what that was written down in the tomb.
The gauntlet is good. Whoever wants it, who can not need gauntlet?
I'll go and pick it up.
Okay. Now what?
Well, now I got two things to identify. This seems a little bit more important than the one, though, so I'll use my spell slot on it. Cast
what,
Identify on the gauntlet.
The gauntlet is known as the Gauntlet of Challenge. And any paladin of true heart that wears the gauntlet will receive a saving throw off of attacks that normally they might not get a saving throw for, such as life drain, for example. And when a paladin wears the gauntlet, no matter where they are at, even if they're in the depths of hell or the abyss, their paladin abilities will work normally as they should, instead of being suppressed.
Kukin, you might want to put this on. It's more suited for you. It's like it's specially made for you. It's Very good for
Oh.
paladins.
Very well.
So I
Kukin
hand it
puts
to
a gaunt-
Kukin.
Kukin puts a gauntlet on.
At first, the gauntlet seems like it might be too tight for you, but then, as you're just about ready to pull your hand out of it, the armor grows larger and larger still until it wraps itself comfortably around your hand. And as you're looking down on it, there is the symbol for the hammer and the justice scales disappear and fade away. And in their place, an anvil with a warhammer over top.
Oh, very nice. I will show this to Clan when I get back home.
It's in your inventory now.
Oh, thank you. Kukin wants to check under the bed, see if anything's there.
Dust bunnies. They attack. Just kidding.
Is there anything under the bed?
No, nothing.
I'm going to go to the other side of the room and look at the book and whatever's on this other table.
There really isn't much of anything in here. It's just like
It's his personal notes about like alchemy and things of that nature. It seems to be written some sort of personal encryption code.
Do I have to specifically equip that glove?
for it to
No.
work. For it to work, yes,
Yeah,
for the properties of it.
Oh yeah.
How do I equip it on my sheet? I want to.
You go into your sheet and next to the glove, there's a little shield that's faded out. You click on the shield.
On my
It's over on the
character
right
sheet
side.
in D&D Beyond or in the game?
No. In Foundry. We do everything in Foundry now.
Okay.
So if you look at Gauntlet Challenge, you go all the way over to the right, you'll see like a faded out shield. And if you put there you go. Nope, you go all the way to the right. And if you put your the pointer on it, it will say not equipped. Just click on it and it'll say equipped. There you go. You got it.
Thank you.
I'm going to inspect the altar before we leave just to make sure there's nothing we missed.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary. There's some sort of symbol carved onto the top of the altar, though. It's almost looks like a grinning skull with maybe it's sitting on some top of a stem, a lengthy stem, or a wand. Oh, and there's one other thing. I forgot. Did you roll a religion check when after the letter was read?
No, I did not.
Roll it.
So,
And when he
21.
Oh, you haven't read the letter yet, have you?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
He didn't read it to us.
No, I just mentioned key things about the letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the tomb. Oh shoot, what was it? I can't remember the entire letter, but there were things I mentioned about it. I was going to have him look at it later.
Okay.
So you just do a random religion check just to make sure that you feel no sense of dread or existential angst, and you pass with flying colors. You know your purpose in the world.
That's good.
I would say the only thing he could tell about Archimedes right now is Archimedes is definitely puffed up, and he hasn't put the letter away. He still has the letter in his hands, but he's kind of ringing onto it. He's just gripping it like he's got a really bad feeling about things. You can tell he's like really tensed up.
Was that all that was in letter? You seem a little nervous.
Me? And you kind of
you
see
hold it any tighter, we're not going to be able to read it later.
he goes, well, he kind of, knowing you a little bit, he kind of hands it over, kind of shakingly.
Okay, so now I read it.
All right. So you heard what?
Yeah, I'd already.
Yeah,
So now both of us know, me and my character.
As as soon as he gets to the bottom and he mentions the Prince of Undeath, that is the title given to Orcus, the Demon Prince.
Oh, lovely. Well, guys, it seems we might be dealing with a little more than we thought. This letter references Orcus.
Arcus.
The Lord of Undeath.
Even you
He's
say
not
so?
here.
With a
Who cannot
capital
fear
V.
Lord of Undeath? Whatever Cookin eats, he destroys.
I thought you would say that.
Now come, we must examine the armor and bring money to poor.
You can bring your share of that money to the poor, but the rest of us have equipment to buy.
Archimedes then turns around and goes, wait, that money is not all yours. And he goes running back, running after Cookin, trying to stop him from spending all the money.
Why do you all feel so selfish? We have food, we have everything we need. Why do you need money? They're poor. They have no protection. They have no food.
No one said we couldn't share the money with people, but don't spend all the money. We might need some things. Oh,
Cooking need nothing but armor on back and hammer.
we know, but I need components.
Well,
You were the only
here's
one
this.
to go down. You need better armor.
Did anybody take the bag of spell components when Redgar mentioned it that I had picked up?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll toss it in my pack along with the ring. In case somebody needs it.
Cooking wants to go back to that plate armor. Wherever
All right.
it was.
Should we check the side passages just in case?
Cooking. Cooking! And he just starts yelling as he goes running through the door.
Cooking going to check armor.
Need you down here. There are other people who might need your help. And he's
Who
gone.
needs help?
Archimedes goes, he's gone, and he just starts going towards the other door. Red God, do you mind going with one of us? Just in case.
I go with you.
Alright,
Who's going to
and
check armor? Why
I'm gonna
not come with
follow
Cooking?
Archimedes.
he cracks open the left door just to see what's down the hallway. Archimedes does.
Yeah. Hold on.
And I'm right there with both of them. Kukin's on his own. We're not done investigating.
What do I see in the room?
Just wanted to check the armor for something.
It's another large circular room. The architecture, I mean, the structure of the room is the same materials with the tiles and the stonework. The biggest difference is the large red magical-looking circle that's been drawn on the floor.
Immediately,
I'm not sure if it's
he
drawn
sees
or carved in from the distance that you're at.
Yeah, he immediately sees that, slams the door, and goes, nope, I'm going the other way. And he starts taking off in the other direction. Nope.
I'm going to look and see what's got him all spooked. I'm just going to walk through the door.
All right.
Peace.
And so
Well,
I
you can
basically
see-
end up seeing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this large magical circle in front of you.
I'm going to walk up to the edge of it and just see if I recognize what they're trying to do with the circle.
That would be an Arcana check.
All right. 14.
It could be a summoning or a circle of summoning or possibly binding of some sort, but you're not quite sure what.
Archimedes, come check the circle and see if you can make a little better out. I'm not quite sure what they're going for here.
Do I have to? Hoo-hoo.
Well, I'm thinking we destroy it if it's summoning, but if it's binding, we might not want to.
When I get
I'll
it back
be here for you.
Alright, and I'll do a Arcana check. But you can tell Archimedes is very unhappy with everything around him. He really doesn't want to be here.
Oh, great.
Oh, God.
There's a large red circle on the floor. It looks scary.
Archimedes is just all puffed up. At this point, he's like just a big puff of feathers.
For a moment,
And
you would swear you saw teeth.
Nope!
I'm just going to go look at the book at the south here. I'm going to read that and see what it says.
He starts taking off towards Redgar. He's like, nope!
Yeah, the book is on a stand with two unlit candelabras next to it, and the book is written in the same handwriting that was the book in next to the alchemical opponents in the next room. It's just a lot of sigils and sketches, and you just can't make out what exactly the book is about or records. Obviously, it's personal text for of the arcane.
Well, I'm going to take it with me just in case. And I'm going to go to the edge up here. Let's see, what's the range? Trying to see. Okay. I go right to the door, and I'm going to shoot the circle.
All you see right now. How tall are you, Redgar?
About 4'9".
You're seeing a 5'5" feathery ball standing behind Redgar.
Could you roll a d20, please?
Alrighty. I'll just hit a random check and
just roll a d20.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I was just seeing if you roll a nat 1.
Yeah. Which is a valid concern.
So it's the ball does not ricochet around the room and back into you. It skips off the floor and slams into a wall.
Okay, but does it damage the writing on the circle at all? That's what I was trying to go for, just trying to break the magic circle, basically.
It seems to be inscribed into the, not just drawn on top, inscribed into the stonework.
Okay, well, I gave it my best shot. We'll try the other room.
Yeah, he's just staying behind.
I'm getting tired of sneaking around. I'm walking through the door.
Yeah, Archimedes is so scared right now. You kick open the door.
Bob?
As soon as you open the door, you're smelling just this ungodly stench that just permeates the entire air around you.
It smells like death in here.
I just stopped breathing until we're out of here.
Hey, Bob.
Yes.
All Kukin wants to know is if the armor, the plate armor, if there is that symbol of tear on it that is his glove hat.
Could Kukin move back closer to the party?
Sure. That's all I wanted answered.
Okay,
There's
thanks.
no symbols on it, really.
Okay, he'll leave me alone.
Is there anything at all in the room worth investigating? I'm assuming this is his undead creation workshop. I'm assuming the book's more of his own personal writing.
Yes, it looks like a lot of personal writing, but you can tell there's a lot of sketches about. Just from the pictures, you can tell that it looks like a book about how to create undead, like assemble undead from stitching them together and giving them life beyond more than just maybe a simple zombie or skeleton. A much more nefarious, possibly powerful creation. Whether it's succeeded or not, you don't know.
I take this book with me too. It's not something you want to leave just lying around for anyone else to find later.
You got what you came for. Let's get out of here.
Well, I didn't really come for any of this, but
Yeah, you can tell that there's been quite a bit of experimentation in the room with the pile of body parts and the blood draining down into the vents in the floor, and the smell was coming from not only the dead pieces but also from the brazier where you can smell burnt flesh. A few smells mixing in the air into a strange, sickly sweet smell.
You come
Okay.
through the door, back up the stairs. You see Archimedes just kind of cowering there a little bit. Can we go now?
yes, we'll go. Remember trapping the stairs. Don't step on it again, please.
Trapping stairs.
So you go back upstairs.
Yeah.
And this time you know about the spikes. So and you start heading your way out.
We're going to look at the armor. Kukin seems to really want to know about this armor.
Who can already check it out?
Okay. Are you taking it with you?
Do you think it's wise? Who cannot know?
At this point, there is not much telling. I can't see anything magical about it, so...
I did not detect anything evil about it. Well, it is good. We could possibly sell it to give to poor, and who can pick up the armor?
As soon as you touch the armor starts to bend and crinkle and fold, and through this process it becomes big enough for Kukin to wear.
Oh, it's just like magical glove. Kukin starts stripping off his armor in front of everybody.
You're putting on the suit.
Yes.
And I am looking away.
As soon as you put on the helmet, the silence becomes uneasy, and then you hear and it echoes off the walls in the room.
Do you all hear that, or is it just Kukin?
Do we hear it?
Yes, everyone hears it.
Yes, we heard it. What did you do?
Still got my axe out.
Kukin just took plates.
Well, can we tell where that was coming from?
You're not really sure. It just seemed to be in the air all around you.
Kukin looks down where he took the armor from.
It's just a humanoid skeleton. You're guessing it's human.
Okay, I'm going to peek through this door over here. Open this door up.
Kukin, are you leaving your chainmail, or are you trying to carry it with you?
No.
Be quite
Kukin's
cumbersome.
That's okay. Kukin figures he can sell it for the poor.
I was going to say I can carry it, probably.
Oh, very good, friend. We sell it, give to poor.
We're going to have a talk with you about allocating party resources, Kukin.
It's not party resource, it's Kukin resource.
But the plate mail you're wearing,
What about plate mail? No one tried to grab it but Kukin. You all took things when Kukin was sleeping, Kukin assumes.
yes, when we get back to town, we're going to go over everything and split things accordingly. We're not just keeping it for ourselves right now. We're just
Oh, does someone want
carrying.
plate mail? He starts taking the plate mail off.
No, you can wear it for that. Just easiest. Let's just go. We'll
Oh,
discuss it later.
okay.
No skeletons jumping out at us like last week.
No, in fact, as you're walking your way out, there's just bone littered all over the floor.
Argument goes, oh yes, I forgot. Didn't Redgar and Fleetfoot come through here?
No, it was Kukin. Kukin smashed all skeletons.
Oh, it was you. That makes more sense.
I'll take up the rear.
Alright. I'm going to hit this last room in the southeast corner.
Is everyone ready?
Just doing any preparation, or just going through?
I've got my axe ready. We're in a dungeon.
Yeah,
Kukin's kicking
Got
down
my
the
I'll
weapon.
take that as a yes.
Prepare my spear.
An axe is a dwarven, the lockpick, yes. It looks very similar to the room that you're in on the west wing of this floor. Same setup, but instead of these skeletons lying pristinely, somewhat pristinely, in these alcoves, there have been shattered into bones and laying on the floor. But,
more of your handiwork, I assume.
Was Kukin in this room?
We haven't been in here. Maybe they were destroyed after we destroyed the creature.
Most likely not.
Bob?
Yes. That
Does,
whole area was destroyed by
Okay.
Kruken.
Yeah, Kukin went
Okay.
through killing all the skeletons, or bashing
I didn't
all
know he
the
made that far.
skeletons last week.
Okay.
I knew he made it in the hallway. I didn't know he made it to that room.
Yeah, well, we
Perhaps
weren't with him. He just kind of went everywhere.
Perhaps instead of the machine, my friend should call me Skeleton Basher.
Or bone grinder.
I think Floor Smasher would be more appropriate today.
Yeah, so, okay, we got.
Yeah, we'll just go through the door and exit the crypt. Now,
Okay.
from the letter, can we tell where the primary crypt is if this was the secondary?
It doesn't give you any sort of information on where that might be hiding. You're just gonna leave the crypt basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We still need to go to the church and talk to whoever's there.
As soon as you step outside, you notice there's light everywhere. a pale light. And as you look up into the sky, you can see a full moon where there was none before.
Slightly creepy, Cookin admits.
Less creepy than we came in.
And as you set off down the road, walking together, all of a sudden you hear.
Cookin, was that you?
No, Cookin's gas does not sound like that.
Prepare yourselves for attack.
Cookin sets down the chainmail, and he sets down the chest of gold, and he readies himself with his hammer. When fellow dwarfs say prepare for attack, you prepare for attack.
I begin to cast something and prepare.
It's quiet. All you can hear is just the wind blowing. Nothing happens.
It's very spooky. Cookin do not like.
So which way are you going? You can continue on towards the church, or you can go back to town.
Cookin says we go back to town and get good night's sleep.
That's probably not a bad idea. We should probably talk to the magistrate there too.
And Cookin puts his hammer back on his back with his spears, and he picks up the chain and the chest again.
All right. So you guys
And
go
walks
ahead.
back to town.
All right.
Aren't we supposed to go see the priest at the
Okay, let's see. Back to town.
We can see police tomorrow. It's nighttime. Cookin getting tired, even though he had short nap.
Wasn't it night when we got here?
Actually, it was worse. There was an absolute, total, and complete darkness.
Let us go get glass and give things to pour, and we start again tomorrow.
I look at the others. I was like, what about the old priest? Shall we go back to town? Talk to him first, then head back to town.
No, we do that tomorrow. Cookin already explained this.
Archimedes is just terrified at the moment after coming out of there, and he's just steadily focused on his cantrip for the first sign of a noise.
I actually don't remember. Were we supposed to go back to the priest first?
Well, that's where we were actually headed before we saw the white or whatever that creature was raiding the graveyard.
Yeah.
Cookin is
And
not
then
going to go
we got
to
off track and followed that.
impossible conflict when he's all the way down. It's very heavy, chest and chainmail.
Cookin, we can just put the chainmail and chest down if we run into trouble. Let's just go finish what we started.
We finish what we start tomorrow. Cookin going back to town. And Cookin starts marching off to town.
I'm going to head to the church.
Yeah, I am going to the church as well.
After a minute, Archimedes is kind of alone. He sits there and goes, "Ooh," and takes off towards Eldrin.
All right. And Kukin begins the long walk back to town, alone, in the dark, at night.
With a chest of gold. Don't ever split the party.
From now on, give the gold to the dwarf, the real dwarf.
Oh, 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 okay. He just gets kind of slightly flying and still puffed up, terrified.
All right, so
So those of you going to the church, it's kind of off the road a little bit, and you can see it's got a looks like a simple church with a steepled roof, and there is a bell tower towards the back part of the church, and it's looks like a very simple structure. It's got arched double doors at the entrance that are currently closed.
go up and knock on the door.
You hear nothing.
I guess open it up and start exploring the church.
As you open up the church door, and it creaks open slowly, and you see a priest making his way towards you, wearing a long black flowing robes with a symbol of a sunburst on it. You can make religion again.
Okay. So 23? 22?
All right, just 1 second. You see on this guy's church, it's like sort of like the starburst symbol, and immediately you recognize that it's the sign for Lathander, the Morning Lord. I'm sorry, Almanator.
Right.
He says, and the priest walks up to you and he goes, "How can I help you?"
We were sent by the magistrate of nearby town to come check on disturbances here, and on the way here we found undead and chased it back to its lair and dealt with the necromancer down there. So we decided to continue on and check in with you to see if there's any other disturbances we might help with.
I'm not really sure how to answer that one. Excuse me, I am Father Barrymore of the Morning Lord.
I am Redgar Fireforge at your service.
My name is Eldrin.
He nods. We've been having problems for quite a while, ever since the witch was put to the stake. It was in her death that this curse came upon us.
I pull out the letter and I show it to him and let him read it. We found this on the necromancer among his belongings. What do you make of it?
It concerns me greatly. How can evil such as this hide so openly?
Does he look surprised?
He has a look on his face as if he's unsettled.
Just trying to think if he's one of the agents.
And he holds the letter in his hand and just almost kind of stares at it blankly.
Do you know about this other crypt they were referring to?
I do not. In fact, there's only one crypt, and that is the Von Zarovich crypt. and
I
that is out in Ravenmore.
describe where we were and say, is this the rough location of the crypt you're referring to?
No, no, that location I've always known that's there. That's an old Turg crypt. The von Zarovich and the Turgs waged war quite a bit. In fact, at one point they drove the von Zarovich line out of Borovia completely. And then General Strahd, of their bloodline, of course, he waged a campaign, and as he watched others fall over the course of battle, it ended with only him and his brother Sergei being left to stand when they finally drove out the Turks from the valley. And last I heard, Strahd was in the process of building a new castle for the von Zarovich line, him and his brother.
Well, if the Von Zarovich crypt is the only other one in the area, this may be the primary crypt they're talking about.
That we know of.
That's true. Has anyone been near the other one?
I do not know. You would have to speak with Sergei about that. Lord von Zarovich. He would know.
And where would we find this guy, man?
He's the Lord of the Manor.
That's
Lord
the
of
guy we
Ravenmore.
talked to before in town.
Speaking of town, you guys have a 50-50 shot of that gold being there when you get back.
Things have never just been the same here since the witch's curse.
I don't even remember why the magistrate sent us to talk to this guy from last week.
Just
It wasn't the magistrate. Antonius mentioned about the trouble with the crypts and brought you to Sergei, who discussed with you all about it. And you took it upon yourselves. I can't remember who suggested it, but one of your number suggested to go talk to the priest. You were just asked to deal with the situation.
Maybe either as a before the game or as a last week, they did this to remind us all what we did last week. At the start of every game, just suggestion.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, it seems we probably have already dealt with the issue we were going to ask you about, so we'll be around in the neighborhood. If you come across any trouble, just let the town know and we'll be around to help you out if you need anything.
Thank you. That's very kind and noble of you.
Like I said, we've dealt with one necromancer, but he's sending letters and there's talk of agents, so just be very careful who you deal with and who you trust, apparently. And I take the letter back from him to show the Lord of the Manor when we get back to town.
All right. He says, "May the morning Lord be with you."
And with you. And we head out. Or I head out. They can follow if they want.
Yep, I'll follow.
As Eldred heads out, I kind of go over the door because I'm flying and kind of land behind them and go, who is this witch?
I do not know. I got here just a few hours before you did. So we're still working on that. Apparently she was burnt at the stake and cast a curse on the whole land, threw everything in darkness, but now it seems to be a little better. So we'll talk to the people in town.
He spins his head around almost 180 degrees, kind of looking around and better.
Yes, believe it or not, this is better.
Yeah, at least the moon is out.
He just kind of begins to ball up again with his feathers fluffing out again, like, ooh. Just keep moving.
Kukan, what are you doing as you hit town first?
Well, first, Kukin was stomping on his way back to town. No one ever listened to Kukin. Oh, let's go talk to priest. Why talk to priest? Kukin tired. And are there any shops in town?
Let's see. There's a sign with that anvil and hammer you see. There's another one. Oh, the sign with the hammer and anvil. You can hear. Sounds like possibly something being worked on. And you can see another sign that has. It almost looks like a thorny vine, and you can hear sounds of many people inside talking. And there's another place that sticks out that's got what looks like gold gold coins drawn on the sign.
Oh,
Kukin's gonna go the hammer and anvil one.
Okay. You walk in and you see a broad-shouldered, barrel-chested human, half balding, and he was working away what looks like could have been a sword. He pulls the sword out of the fire, puts it in the water so it can cool off, and he turns to look at you. And he says, "Can I help you?"
Greetings. I am Kukin from Stoneboot Clan. I have chainmail to sell.
Chainmail? I'm not sure that's... Who would buy chainmail? You might want to check with Rahaji.
Oh, Raji?
Rahaji, he has the only equipment store in town.
Okay, I go to Raji. Goodbye. And
All
Kukin
right.
goes to Raji.
Where are you going again?
To Raji's.
All right.
Raji?
Well, which one is Rahaji?
The equipment store.
Oh, right. You can see from the outside there's a little bit of light from underneath the door spilling out into the street. And you open up the door and it's wholly lit by a few well-placed lanterns. And you see a figure of medium build, really dark brown skin, and he has on like a black sash around his waist, and looks like a silk tunic, and he's got an eye patch on. And he goes, "Oh, welcome to Rahaji's. I am Rahaji Ali Muhammad Dar Ebanon, but you can just call me Rahaji."
Greetings, Raji. I am Kukin of Stoneborn Clan. I have chainmail to sell, and he holds it up.
Well, that is looking very beat up.
Not that beat up.
Oh, see, it's got the mark here, here, here.
Kukin only hit once.
Let me see that.
He hands it over.
I give you 10 gold for this.
Kukin looks at him suspiciously. Is that fair price?
Do you know any other? Do you know any other merchant in town that would take that money? 10 gold. I offer you 10 gold. Nobody else offer you 10 gold.
Kukin
This
says,
is hurting so much.
Fine, who can take 10 gold? Who can do not know merchant matters in strange foreign land?
You are a great valued customer. Thank you very much. He opens up a cask behind him, and pulls out 10 coins, counts them all one at a time, and then hands them over to you.
Okay, Coogan goes to sit down somewhere that seems fairly popular and starts handing out food and gold coins.
Okay.
Now, what he's going to do, because he's a little mad, is add his 10 gold coins to the chest and then pretend he's handing out gold coins from the chest.
Okay.
I mean, we're not there to see it yet, so
Right.
it doesn't really matter.
All right. You guys are on your way back to town, and you're
Yep.
not too far from it, and it's relatively quiet in the inside. And as you're walking around, you come by the town square, and there's Kukin sitting there handing out bread and gold coins out of an open casket.
I look over to Archimedes and like, don't ever give him anything ever again. He's not really. You're not. That's why I'm just telling you now. Don't. We've got a strong dwarf over here. If you need him to carry something, give it to him. I walk over to Kukin and it's like, I thought you were tired.
Cookin is tired, but you don't listen to Cookin, so it makes Cookin very angry. And these people have no food. They have nothing to protect themselves with. So before Cookin goes to sleep, Cookin is helping the people. Like his God demands. Like his right. Like his virtuous.
Well, don't give it all away because we're going to face stronger opponents and we need to have better equipment or we won't be able to help no one. So,
Whoa, ho, 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 don't you look foolish. Cookin sold his chainmail for 10 gold and put it in chest. All Cookin has given away is his own gold. You greedy schmitzel.
you sold chainmail for 10 gold.
It was my chainmail.
I don't
cheated.
care that you sold it. You should have got at least 30 for it.
There's
You were
only one
cheated.
merchant. Very well. I go kill merchant. Cookin starts talking off.
You see what you
Cooking.
just did, Eldred?
Oh. I stopped cooking. Are you seriously going to kill someone that cheated you?
No, of course not. But Cookin will get his gold. Merchant deserves fair price, so Cookin take 10 more gold.
How about we have Archimedes talk to him for you? He's a little better with people than you or me.
You just hear a
Boy, are you sure that boy is good at that?
Yes, he's more of a people person.
Well, I'm not sure what to believe because someone tell me you are good at sneaky, but you're not good at sneaky.
I'm not the one that kept falling into a spike trap twice. The same trap.
But who cannot check for traps? Who cannot a trap person? Who can a paladin? Who cannot claim to be as good as sneaky?
Let's not worry about merchant and just call that a lesson for you to let us help you talk with people.
No, send Birdman. Go, send Birdman. If who can have more money for poor, who will have more money for poor?
All right, we both go in to talk to the merchant.
Are you looking for me? Do you turn around and get my attention? I
Yeah.
went with you.
Well, you were.
I'm not there.
You heard the whole thing. He's standing right there in the.
Yeah, but
I,
I'm
I
not
look
behind
back.
you.
I turn around to Archimedes. It's like, come on, let's go clean up his mess.
No, you go Archimedes and you don't see him there.
Who cannot make mass? You make mass by not following Kukin, you bushfish.
I'm there's a
Redgar's
bunch of
probably
crazies around here.
Redgar's probably about the only one that knows where I am. Because he's probably. How far are you from us, Redgar?
Well, I was taking up the back to watch your
So
back,
you're
so I
what?
would have.
So you're about 3 or 4 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see where I am.
Now you go fix things, and I keep handing out rations.
I take the chest from Kukin and let him keep handling
No,
food.
no, you fix things, and then maybe you come back and take chest.
Hey, hold on to the chest.
Okay, fine.
Give chest to dwarf.
Who can trust other dwarf? Despite other dwarf not following Kukin like he should, you stick with your brothers. And what? Did you find out at Priest what was so important that you could not follow Kukin?
All of a sudden you
What
hear
is-
above you. All of a sudden you hear above you something about a witch.
Oh, a witch couldn't have waited till morning.
As you now notice, Archimedes has been flying above you the whole time you've been having this argument.
So, where are you now, Ark?
I'm right above Kukin and Eldrin, just kind of flapping my wings since they don't make noise.
All right.
Just kind of floating above them,
And
trying to
I take
stay
it-
out.
You heard it. Let's go talk to merchant, see if we can get some more gold for the armor he bought. And let's bring Kukin too, because otherwise he won't know that we know the man.
Fine. Good people, I leave rations here. Take as many as you need.
you see a crowd form around the rations, and people start diving in. And when they disappear, there's no rations at all anywhere.
That's no problem. Kukin can hunt.
All right, so we go back into the merchant, and I let Archimedes try to talk with him a little bit about.
Who from the party is all going in?
I'm going to stand at the door so I can keep an eye out outside also. But I'm going to use I'm going to kind of intimidate, even though I'm only 4'10", But I've got a big scowl.
And Eldrin
Yeah.
are going in.
Yeah.
All right. You all come in, and as soon as you step foot inside, you see the shop that I described earlier. There's everything that you could possibly imagine inside this shop. There's one door that goes towards a back area. Oddly enough, you don't see any weapons or any armor anywhere here.
All right. And the same shopkeeper's there, though?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, he is. And he looks at you and he goes, "Welcome to my shop. I am Rahaji Ali Muhammad Del Ebnan. But you may just call me Rahaji."
Well, Rahaji, are you in a habit of taking advantage of simple-minded people?
Did you just call Kukin simple-minded?
Yes, no, shut up.
No, I gave him very good deal. I give him special price.
Yes, very special for you. 10 gold for chainmail.
You know other merchants that would pay him more?
A fair price for used chainmail. It'd be 30 gold, from what I see.
Well, He can always give me back the chainmail and I will take back my 10 gold.
Well, we're going to be in town for quite a while. Would it not be in your best interest to have happy customers with you?
He looks kind of lost in thought. He goes, okay, I'll give you 12.
I scowl at him and I'm like, I'm going to try to intimidate him. I'm like, how about we make a fair deal? You'll give us the equipment that we need.
You're going to have to pay for it.
The equivalent of that chainmail cost.
But it's sold for 20. It is used. You didn't
Ah,
even
so that
clean
means
it
you
up.
owe us 10 gold.
He did not even clean it up. Did you see that? It was blood all over it.
It sell for 30, which mean 20 would be fair price for you to give us, then you make 10 profit.
If I give you 10 more, will you get the hell out of my shop?
Until we need to make purchase, we forget about this whole thing and we start over. Does that sound good to you?
Okay, I live with that. He reaches back behind him on a shelf and pulls out a cask and flips it open and dumps out a little bit, counts out 10 coins, and pushes it on the other side of the counter towards you.
Very good doing business with you. We forget whole thing.
Okay.
All right.
Excuse me. Before we leave, Kuka need rations.
Redguard just shakes his head, steps outside.
I think I'm going to go into retirement.
Who can let me deal with this? All right.
All
He
right.
does need some rations. And if I know him, he will be wanting to give away to people here. So, what do you have?
No. Kukin has given all his rations to townspeople. They should be good for a few days. Kukin needs rations for him.
We can always get something up at the manor for you, Kukin. Get something to eat there.
Is there anything in the shop that we can see, like, that would be useful for us? I mean, what kind of merchandise does he have?
He has pretty much everything from the player's handbook. And it's, as you're looking at it, the contents, there's a couple of casts off the one side. There's a long-standing mirror somewhere else. There's looks like possibly some wax.
Looks
like a block. No.
Does he have any nets?
There's a few nets in there. Looks like they're used for fishing.
They look sturdy enough to hold a struggling person for a little bit?
Possibly.
Okay.
You probably could keep somebody held for a round or two with it.
All right. I would like to look at those fishing nets you have there, and if you have any bags of caltrops or ball bearings, I would like those as well.
So the Kukin adds 10 gold to his.
No, I got the 10 gold. I don't trust him with money anymore.
Give Kukin his money.
All right, I hand him the 10 gold.
Kukin adds 10 gold to his inventory.
I hope you appreciate it.
Kukin appreciates very much, but what he does not appreciate is you scamming him in first place.
Oh, that's a scam. That is just good business, dude.
It wasn't necessarily a scam. It was you do not know how to negotiate.
You do not need to negotiate in Stonebrook Clan. Everyone is treated fairly.
This is not your clan.
No, but did I ask to be brought here? No, I did not.
All right. So I look at the merchant and I'd like to purchase a couple of those nets and 2 bags of steel ball bearings and 2 bags of caltrops.
Well, I do not have the ball bearings. Everything that comes here, it come from retirement and, well, almost like retirement since I'm stuck here. I have a special place. It is in the back. Come see. And he opens up the door off to the side that goes towards the back of the building.
I follow him.
And there is a lantern lit, illuminating the room. And you can see armor and weapons. If it exists for some sort of fight, it's there. There's even a cannon in the back.
Like a naval cannon?
Like a old style cannon from the Renaissance era.
Okay. Cannon's probably a little too big to carry.
I can get you caltrops. But if you want any of this stuff, please let me know. I give you a special price.
Well, for now, my funds are somewhat limited until we distribute what we found on our adventure, so I may come back for something later, but for now, just 2 nets and the caltrops.
You'll pay basically whatever standard book costs are for those things.
I don't have the book handy. Let me look up how much they cost.
Well, at least we know where to go to get supplies if we need something.
And if you need something that is a little, well, different, I might be able to help you with that too.
Okay, the nets are 1 gold piece a piece.
Do you have any silver iron weapons?
Well, I have silver, and I have some iron, but I do not have them crafted into weapons. You would have to see the smith for that. But I do have the silver and iron that you could use. Carador is the smith.
I might check him out. See about using this forge.
Okay, the caltrops were 1 gold per bag
All
as
right.
well. I got 2 of each, 2 nets, 2 bags of caltrops.
Okay.
So I just subtracted 4 gold from my total.
Redgar, you're heading out?
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the smith and I'm gonna ask him, where's the smith at?
Oh, step outside. Oh, hold on one second. You step outside, and you go down the alley to the right, and you'll take you out there.
Okay. I'm heading over to the smith's. I'm gonna go take a look see what he's got.
When you get to the smithy, the door's actually open, and he's currently working on a sword, which is in the furnace. When you come in, and same thing as you heard before, he pulls the sword out from the fire pit and puts it in the tub of water so it can cool off. And he slides his goggles up, looks over to you, and he goes, "This is twice in one night." He goes, "What are you looking for?"
I'm looking to see about making a silver iron combo like dagger.
Well, I could do that if I had the iron and the silver, but that stuff just don't grow on trees around here, especially here.
I'll see what I can do. You wouldn't mind if I can use your forge?
If you want something made, I'll make it for you, but I don't want anybody in here but me.
Ah, understood.
Unless you had enough money that you could buy the forge.
No, no, lad, I don't have that kind of money.
Well, all right. You find the silver and the iron, I'll make you whatever you want.
Okay.
For a price, though. For a price.
How much for a dagger would it cost you? Cost me?
Mm,
If I brought you the supplies.
maybe 3, 4 gold.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
All right.
I'm gonna head back over to the item shop.
All right. What are you all doing? And where's Cooking right now?
Cookin's just sitting outside, kind of sitting down in the town square, just keeping an eye out for any orcs or anything to attack.
You're outside of town?
No, I'm in the town square,
Oh, okay.
just kind of sitting down, getting ready to sleep, and keeping an eye out for anything that might attack the town.
You're really tired at this point. You've been fighting, you don't know how long. And you normally it's not a good idea to sleep in armor, but you're so tired you just don't even care. And as you're just about to fall asleep, you're woken wide awake as you hear
Who just yawned? Hello?
and when you wake up and start looking around, there's nobody around.
Cookin takes a little patrol around town, then goes to sit back down and go to bed again.
All right, you don't see anything unusual. You go back
Well,
to sleep.
Yeah,
Okay, now back to the guys in the shop.
I suggest we head back to the manor.
Okay, you gonna pick up Kukin?
I'm gonna
He
ask the
seemed to.
shopkeeper.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask the shopkeeper once I get back there from after talking to the blacksmith if he's got any loose iron or if he would trade any gold coins for silver coins.
How much silver and how much iron do you want?
I give him the approximate ratios because I'm a dwarf smith, so I should know approximately how much I need that would make a dagger. How much would it cost me?
Oh, not a lot of money. I give you for what you need to be doing. I 5 gold.
Okay, I'll hand over my 5 gold pieces that I've got.
He takes the gold, shoves it in a cask again behind him, goes into his shop, and pulls out a couple iron bars, sets them down on the countertop, goes back out again, and pulls out a couple of silver bars and sets them beside the iron ones. Good luck with
Okay.
your weapon.
Thank you. I pick the iron and silver bars up, and I look at I'm going to be, and I look at the other two that are in the shop with me. I'm going to need to take 5 gold out of here so I can get a dagger crafted. Since I just used the last of my gold, I can take that. That can be my share of it, if you don't mind.
Oh, that's fine. We'll keep that in mind when we split the loot.
Just want to be honest with you.
That's much appreciated.
Are you grabbing Kukin and going to the
We're
estate?
leaving Kukin there, and we're going to the manor.
No, I'm going to head to the blacksmith shop first.
We're gonna follow. We're
I'm
gonna stay
gonna-
with Redgar.
I'm going to give him the
Okay.
iron, silver, and then the 5 gold for the dagger.
All right.
And then after he finishes his business, we're gonna leave Kukin to sleep in the.
No, I'm going to grab Kukin. I'll be like, we've got to take him with us. Let him
He's
sleep at the
sleeping
manor.
so peacefully. And you know how he is. I don't think he really needs to be involved in the conversation with the.
We can't just leave him outside, though. He might get attacked.
The town seems pretty safe for now.
I walk over and kick Kukin awake.
Look,
Kukin, you're woken up.
goblins. What's going on?
We're heading up to the manor. You can get some food and rest up there.
Oh, okay. Good idea, fellow dwarf. And Kukin follows the dwarf up to the manor.
All right.
All right. You're heading back up to the manor, and if it's all good with you, make this a stopping point for the night.
Yeah, that's good with me.
Okay.
And that's it for this week. I'm Reverend Bob, and this was the Department of Dread.